Welcome to Spiritual Success, the podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia Stant. As a dedicated student of metaphysics, I have skillfully honed my intuition, mastered the art of meditation, and cultivated a disciplined spiritual practice that has led me to become a multi-seven-figure top sales producer. Today, I work with thousands of business professionals, entrepreneurs, and their teams to up-level their sales game and create magic in their business and life. On this show, you will see that all success truly happens when you authentically align with your intuition. So come, be vulnerable, be open-minded, and allow success to pour through you here on Spiritual Success. Hello, successful souls. Now, this is a very fun and exciting episode of the Spiritual Success Podcast because I am filming this live with live viewers right now. So they're going to be commenting, asking questions inside the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. All right, so today's topic is one that I think is really important that we talk about. Now, this is my opinions, this is my perspective, but I think it makes a lot of sense and it helps me to really kind of, really understand this very popular spiritual concept. When everybody's talking about manifesting, they always say, stop hustling and start aligning. Well, what the F is aligning? What is this whole alignment talk that everybody keeps talking about? I'm so glad you asked. That's what we're going to be discussing today. So what is alignment, right? Okay. I am very visual, and you may have heard me use this example before, but it's a really, really good one, okay? So as you are listening to my voice right now, I guarantee you are not in Jacksonville, Florida, right in my same neighborhood. We may be in the same town, but regardless, how is it you're hearing my voice? How is it you can sit in your car and push a radio button on and all of a sudden you hear somebody's voice completely across the country? The funny part is we do this all the time, but we take it for such granted, right? Like we don't even give it any thought. But that's right, that person's voice, it's traveling across the country. Oh, on radio waves. Ooh, ah. Radio waves, something you cannot see, but you acknowledge that it's there and you give it power, but you also take it for granted. Remember, if you could see all the radio waves, gamma waves, microwave, all of those things, you'd be sitting there like dodging, freaking yourself out. Thank goodness we can't see all of those things, right? But just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Now, I'm a girl that's originally from outside of Philadelphia. Hello, Eagles. Not this year, okay? But I'm still a fan. Anyway, I now live in Florida, right? But regardless, when I was living outside of Philadelphia, I would turn into my favorite radio station. And back in the day, it was Q102, Elvis Duran. It would be Ryan Seacrest, right? And again, this is a really popular example I like to use, but it helps you to understand where we're going to get into. So if I push the button, magically, sitting in Philadelphia, I could hear Ryan Seacrest all the way in California. Oh yeah, because his voice would be on the radio waves. Okay, I got it. So I love everything about that station. FYI, little input. By the way, I listen to podcasts and Audible books all the time. I hardly ever listen to the radio station. Does anybody even still listen to FM radio, by the way? Okay, anyway, so if I wanted to, I could listen to that station. Back in the day, I used to listen to it all the time. Well, what would happen? I love everything on that station. I would love all of the music, right? I would love all of the hosts that were on the different shows. I would enjoy their guests. Shit, I even loved the commercials that came on that show because they were selling stuff to me that they knew I liked. That was my jam. That is my station. I love it, love it, love it, right? When I am there, everything I receive is what I love. Even the stuff that you may want to call an obstacle or a nuisance, like commercials, I love them, okay? So what happens though if you are tuned in and turned on to the wrong station and it happens to be country? I like country, okay? But what if you don't like country and all you hear is dun 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 dun, you have some Blake Shelton up in there and everybody, right? You don't want to hear that. You don't like that music. I love that music. And you don't love that music though, okay? That's not for you. So you don't like, obviously, the commercials, the hosts annoy you. It's everything you don't want, right? Well, it's annoying and it's happening to you. It's happening to you, right? Now, nope, not up in here. You know that. You know better by now, right? If you've been listening. You are not a victim. That is happening because you are not taking control of the dial. It is up to you as the driver of the vehicle as the CEO of your life, to reach out, to adjust the dial, and to have it recalibrate and be in alignment. You need to tune the station, change the frequency. And when you do that, you can move from a channel that you do not like, where nothing you're enjoying is happening, and align it to where you love everything, including the freaking commercials. That is tuning in your frequency. That is aligning the frequency. You have to remember, again, just like you can't see the radio waves, there's so much more happening than what you can see. And you are an energetic body before you are a physical body. You need to tune your energy, your frequency, to be in alignment with where it is you can receive the most wonderful information. The things that you absolutely adore, everything that's good for you, that betters you, that is just in abundance, where you even love the commercials. So, how do we do this? What is alignment? Okay, so it's turning into the frequencies. Okay, got that. So what does that mean exactly? This is the best way I want to put it to you. When you are in alignment, this is where you are experiencing your truth. Your truth. The real, authentic, genuine you. The one where your human persona matches that of your higher self. It is where your soul is just oozing with genuine authenticity, and you are living to your fullest potential because you are a match. You are a vibrational match to your higher self. This is why you came here, is to live this way, to have all your desires come true, and to create a ripple effect, a legacy on this planet, and create an imprint that helps the lives of so many other people, right? Ladies, this is what I call your inner feminine beast. Right? This is here when you are in alignment. That is where the inner feminine beast is. Okay, so how do we do this exactly? Well, what is truth? What is truth? Your truth is whatever you believe to be true. Okay? So of course it's different for everybody, right? But what is a belief? A belief is a thought that you think over and over again. And thoughts can be habitually accepted as a belief, which you believe is your truth, which is aligning you to the frequency that you are on, receiving whatever radio station is that you're getting, or information, or downloads, or reality. So if you are not enjoying what you're liking or you're experiencing, or you're not aligning with your higher vibration, where all those dreams, wishes, hopes are able to come through and emerge through you, it's because you are believing something, or you are aligned with something that is not your truth. So remember, if I said to you right now, hey, do you want some ice cream? You're like, hell yeah. Yeah, I want some ice cream. I'd be like, okay, cool. Do you want chocolate or vanilla? You'd be like, I want chocolate. Actually, I want vanilla. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? It's very easy to change a thought. But when you think a thought over and over and over and over again, it becomes habitual. And sometimes you forget that other thought even exists. This is funny because I used this example last night, and it made my heart feel all warm when I was teaching my clients in the Spiritual Success Program. My grandmother came up. Little fact, I don't know if you know this, I'm named after my grandmother. She's actually my step-grandmother, but she was the closest grandmother that I had. And so when I was little, she bought me a huge bag of candy. It's my favorite candy. It still is. My kids got it this week, and I swear I accidentally ate like half of it. Sour Patch Kids. I love Sour Patch Kids. Not a fan of the blue one. I just like the OG ones. The red, the orange, the green, and the yellow, okay? Anyway, so my grandmother bought this for me, and I was being a tricky little kid, and she goes, I want to try one. I was like, you should. You'll love it, because old people just love sour-coated, like, sugary crap, don't they? And I was getting so excited because I knew she was going to hate it. She loved it. She loved it. I knew I liked her. She's awesome. But she loved it. And so I went to go hand her another one. The first one that she tried and that she loved was a green one. When she went to go reach for the second one, I was going to hand her an orange one. And she's like, no, I just want a green one. They're the best. They're definitely the best. I was like, that's so crazy. You didn't even try any of the others. But she would only eat the green ones. That was her jam. Like, that's what she liked. And so she would continue buying these bags of Sour Patch Kids for me. And then what would happen is she would always be eating just the green ones. I'd come back and the whole bag would be missing all the green ones, because to her, the other ones didn't even matter. She convinced herself that the truth was the green were the best. It was a belief that she created without even opening herself to the opportunities to others. Now, is that a super, super silly story? Absolutely. But I love stories like that because it helps you to understand a little bit of what we're doing in bigger schemes of life. We are being the driver. We are the one literally changing the dial on the radio station, adjusting the frequency. We are the one that is the CEO. We direct our life. We are the shot caller. We hire people. We fire people in our life. And we make decisions. And we make up the stories, the rules, and everything that will drive us to our success or to our failure. So when it comes to alignment, just remember, alignment is your absolute truth, not your egotistical human truth that you have defined to be true, but where your soul resides on that frequency. Now, you may be on a different dial. If you don't like what's going on, it's not anybody else's fault. You are not a victim. You need to reach out, take action, adjust your frequency. And again, how's the best way to do this? That's right. That thing Cynthia talks about all the time. Mastering your meditation. Mastering your meditation. If you don't know how to adjust your frequency, stop trying. Because when you try, you are working and you are hustling. And again, we're not hustling, we're aligning. It's the opposite. Your soul knows what to do. It will literally help you and pull the frequency towards the natural flow of where you're supposed to be when you get out of your head and stop thinking thoughts that do not serve you. Quiet your thoughts, control the inside, and the outside will have that same control. So, for you to quiet your thoughts, this is where you can start getting in alignment. And it's not easy. It is simple. It is not easy, but you need to discipline your mind. So you want to get in alignment. Remember, you need to really think about for you what is true. How do you know what is true? Well, your truth usually depends on your desires. If you desire it, it's meant to happen. How do you desire something you don't have? Because you know that it exists. How do you know that it exists if you haven't experienced it? Because you have. Your higher self, your soul knows what you're capable of and what your potential is and why you came here. Your ego is not serving you. Your ego is not your amigo, right? Therefore, it is keeping you in place. Now, your ego serves you in many different ways, but when it comes to desire and fulfillment and alignment, it does not, okay? It does not work that way. So, your ego is not your amigo. You need to train the muscle of your mind to shut that off so that you can follow those desires, follow that burning. Do you know what I'm talking about? That burning in your chest that fills your whole entire essence. It's just that one thing that's on your mind all the time. And when you don't answer it, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? You need to go for that, because when you go for that and you say yes to that, that's where all the success happens. And that's when you say yes, the universe starts having your back and starts rewarding you and helping you to get there. When you ignore it and you stay where you're at, that's when you are on the country station and you're not listening to Ryan Seacrest on the radio, as we said in our example earlier. So to tune in, tap in, and to get into alignment, stop hustling. You will do work. That's where I want to correct everybody. As the CEO of my company and definitely as the CEO of my life, you will work. Anybody that says that shit's just going to magically fall out of the sky is not leading you the right way. Is that possible? Absolutely. And will it happen? Yes. But how do you get there? It doesn't come from day one. It's when you do the work. But the work doesn't feel like work when you're in alignment. It feels like purpose. It feels like pleasure. It feels like fulfillment. It feels so flippin' good, right? So you will do the work, but it's going to feel like alignment. It's going to feel like it flows. It just feels enjoyable, because that's where you are supposed to be, on that channel where everything is bettering you and serving you and helping you in every single way. So when you are in alignment, you experience your truth. One more time, and then let this hit you with this and let it sink in. Remember, whatever you think is true is your belief. Remember, your belief is going to be different from somebody else. I call it the deception of perception. We're all going to have different views. You cannot change the mind, and you're not here to convince anyone, just as I'm not here to convince anyone. I'm here to convey my message and stand in my truth. But you cannot convince somebody who believes that the grass is blue, that it is green. You will waste time and energy. And as a CEO of your life, everything you do is investment. Your thoughts are an investment. Your money is an investment. Your time is an investment. Your relationships is an investment. Your energy is an investment. Do not spend anything, invest everything, which means it has a return on it, right? Otherwise, you're going to deplete yourself and you're not going to get into alignment. So again, a belief is just a thought that we think over and over and over again. It is a habitual thought. And when you really go down to how easy it is just to have a thought, how easy it is to change it, it's not that hard. So what is it that you are accepting as truth that really, if you broke down, you could help to shift and change and have a different perspective to allow yourself to be in better alignment? You know how to do this. You don't have to think of how to do this. Your soul knows how to do this. How do you know how to touch base with your soul, with your inner feminine beast, right? Be quiet. Be very, very quiet. She's there. You just have to listen. Every time you ask, the answer's there. You just have to be quiet enough to hear her. Meditate. And today, I'm going to leave you with that. Acknowledge it. Embrace it. See it through. Hey, successful soul. Before you head to the next episode of Spiritual Success, be sure to come join me and other like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals in my Facebook group called Spiritual Success Sorority. Everyone is welcome. And if you're loving the show, you're going to love the group even more. There, I'll be engaging with you weekly in live shows, listening to your input for new weekly topics, and hosting exclusive workshops for members only. So if you're looking to really uplevel your financial and personal success, meet me on over in the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. See you on the inside.